welcome back to the English Conversation Practice Podcast. I'm Emily, and I'm super happy to be here with Brian today.
Hey everyone, it's great to connect with all of our listeners. We appreciate you showing up to learn with us.
We sure do. Today's episode is essential for every single person learning English. We're going to master easy introductions for beginners. This means learning exactly how to talk about yourself in English.
Knowing how to introduce yourself clearly is the very first step towards speaking English confidently. It helps you make a great first impression.
That's right. Whether you're meeting new people, starting a class, or just traveling around the States, you'll use these phrases every day.
Before we dive into the phrases, if you find this podcast helpful, please hit that like button. Also, subscribe wherever you listen. It helps us reach more English learners who need these basic tips.
Okay, let's jump right in. Brian, when you meet someone for the first time, what's the absolute first thing you tell them?
I usually start with a friendly greeting and my name. The most common and clearest phrase is, "My name is..."
Perfect. That is polite and easy to understand. So you would say, "My name is Emily."
And I say, "My name is Brian." We must include the verb is.
Exactly. That verb is super important. Let's practice that basic phrase together. Brian, tell our listeners your name again.
Practice. Say, "My name is Brian."
My name is Brian.
Excellent. Say it again.
My name is Brian.
Listeners, now it's your turn. Say your own name out loud using the phrase, "My name is." You are doing great.
That's the foundation. Now, Brian, what if you're in a more casual setting, maybe just hanging out with some friends? Is there a shorter way to say your name?
Oh, absolutely. I often just use a contraction and say, "I'm Brian." It feels more natural and quick in conversation.
I agree. I'm is a contraction of I am. It's shorter and very common in American English.
So, I'm Emily, and I'm Brian.
Let's practice that shorter version. It's good to be flexible. Brian, say it the quick way.
Practice. Say, "I'm Brian."
I'm Brian.
Excellent. Say it again.
I'm Brian.
You are doing great. So, we have the name covered. The next piece of information people usually ask for is where you are from. They want to know your home country.
Right. The phrase for this is, I am from country. I usually say, I am from the United States.
Me too. I am from the United States. We use the verb am here because it is a permanent fact about your origin.
If you are from Italy, you say, I am from Italy. If you are from Mexico, you say, I am from Mexico.
Let's practice this key phrase. Emily, imagine you grew up in Canada. How would you introduce your origin?
Practice. Say, I am from Canada.
I am from Canada.
Wonderful. Say it again.
I am from Canada.
Good. Listeners, think about your country. Where is your home country? Say the sentence with us now. I am from...
Great work. That phrase is super helpful. Now, Emily, sometimes people live in a different place than where they were born. How do we explain where we live now?
That's a good point. For where you live currently, we use the verb live. The phrase is, I live in city or state.
Exactly. For example, I grew up in Florida, but I live in California now. Notice that we use the small word in before the location.
So, you can say, I am from the US, but I live in Texas.
That's a great contrast. It shows you understand the difference between am from and live in. Let's practice the phrase I live in. Emily, imagine you live in Chicago.
Practice. Say, I live in Chicago.
I live in Chicago.
Excellent. Say it again.
I live in Chicago.
Good. Listeners, where do you live right now? It could be a city, a state, or even a country. Say the sentence now. I live in...
Fantastic! You are building a solid introduction already. Let's move on to the next topic, age. This is one that often confuses students.
Yes, because in many languages, you have an age, but in English, we are an age.
That's the key difference. We must always use the verb to be. That's am, is, or are when talking about age. Our phrase is, I am number years old.
I am 38 years old. I make sure to always use am.
That's right. And often, in conversation, we drop the years old part. You can just say, I'm 38.
That's an easy way to sound more like a native speaker.
Let's practice the full phrase first, just to get the grammar correct. Emily, tell us your age again.
Practice. Say, I am 35 years old.
I am 35 years old.
Great. Say it again.
I am 35 years old.
Good job. Remember, do not use the verb have for your age.
Now, Emily, after location and age, people almost always ask about their job. How do we talk about what we do for work?
Great question. Talking about your job is easy, and it uses the verb am again. The key phrase is, I am a job title.
Simple enough. If you teach people, you say, I am a teacher.
Exactly. And notice that we use the small word a before the job title. That's called an article.
So I say, I am a podcast host, and I am a writer.
Perfect. But Brian, what happens if the job title starts with a vowel sound, like engineer or architect?
I remember this rule. If the next word starts with a vowel sound, we have to change a to an, like, I am an engineer.
That is exactly right. It makes the sentence flow better. An architect, an editor.
Let's practice this key phrase. Emily, tell the listeners your job title using a or an correctly.
I am a podcast host.
I am a podcast host.
Wonderful. Say it again.
I am a podcast host.
Now, try saying it with a vowel sound job. Pretend you are an agent.
Practice. Say, I am an agent.
I am an agent.
Excellent. Say it again.
I am an agent.
Listeners, think about your own job. Are you a student? Are you a chef? Say your job title now, remembering to use a or an. I am an.
You're improving already. That's a crucial piece of the puzzle. But what if someone isn't working or is retired?
That's an important detail. You can be very clear. You can simply say, I am retired, or I am looking for a job.
Those are very helpful phrases to be honest and clear about your current status.
Let's keep building this introduction. The next topic is family. How do we talk about our family members?
Now for family, we go back to the verb have, right? Because you have a relationship with family members.
Yes, that's the difference. You have a family. The phrase is, I have number family member.
So I can say I have one sister, or I have two children.
Exactly. And you can also include pets here, since they are part of the family. You can say, I have two cats.
That's fun. I have one dog. She is very energetic.
Let's practice the family phrase. Emily, imagine you have two brothers. How do you say that?
Practice. Say, I have two brothers.
I have two brothers.
Excellent. Say it again.
I have two brothers.
Good job. Listeners, think about your family. Do you have brothers? Do you have sisters? Maybe you have children. Say the sentence now. Start with, I have.
That's great practice. Remember, this phrase is also what you use for your pets. You can say, I have a dog, or I have a cat.
Pets are family, so that makes sense. We are covering all the important facts now.
We are. We have covered facts about yourself. Now, let's talk about your personality and your interests. This is how you really connect with people.
Oh, I love this part. This is where you find things you have in common.
Exactly. We use the verb like to talk about hobbies. The key phrase is, I like to activity.
So if I enjoy reading, I say, I like to read. If I enjoy hiking in the mountains, I say, I like to hike.
That is right. When you talk about an action, you use the small word to after like. I like to read. I like to cook.
What if my favorite thing is a noun, like a food or a sport?
That is an easy change. You just drop the word to. You say, I like pizza, or I like baseball. The grammar is very flexible here.
That's simple enough. Let's practice with an activity that uses to. I think most people enjoy listening to music.
They do. Let's use that one. Emily, tell us your hobby.
Practice. Say, I like to listen to music.
I like to listen to music.
Wonderful. Say it again.
I like to listen to music.
Excellent. Listeners, your turn. What do you enjoy doing? Think of one hobby and say the sentence, I like to.
You sound great. Now, Emily, sometimes it is useful to share things you don't like. It is a good way to be honest. How do we talk about things we don't like?
We use the same verb, but we add the negative word, don't. The phrase is, I don't like thing or activity.
Don't is a contraction of do not. It is the most common way to make a simple sentence negative in English.
I don't like spiders? I definitely don't like spiders.
I understand that feeling. I don't like driving in heavy traffic. It makes me stressed out.
Let's practice that negative phrase. Brian, tell us one thing you don't enjoy doing.
Practice. Say, I don't like cold weather.
I don't like cold weather.
Perfect. Say it again.
I don't like cold weather.
Good job. Listeners, it's your turn. Say one thing you do not like. I don't like.
That is a very useful phrase. We have covered likes and dislikes. We are almost done with our introduction. What is one final essential piece of information that makes an introduction interesting?
I think talking about the future is very motivating. A goal or an ambition.
I agree. Sharing a goal shows ambition and gives people something positive to talk about. The key phrase here uses the verb want. We say, I want to, goal, / action.
For example, I want to learn French. Or, a professional goal, I want to get a promotion.
Yes, that verb want is very powerful. It expresses desire for the future. I want to travel more next year.
Let's practice this optimistic phrase. Emily, tell us one thing you hope to achieve.
Practice. Say, I want to travel to Europe.
I want to travel to Europe.
Wonderful. Say it again.
I want to travel to Europe.
Listeners, think about your biggest goal right now. Say the sentence with us. I want to.
You all have wonderful goals, I am sure. Now, we have one final essential phrase. When the conversation ends, you need a polite way to close the moment. You need to close the introduction.
That is the phrase, nice to meet you.
That's it. It is the perfect, friendly, and polite way to end a first meeting. We use it all the time in the United States.
And the person you're talking to can say, nice to meet you too.
Let's practice this final, very important phrase.
Practice. Say, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Excellent. Say it again.
Nice to meet you.
Good job, everyone. We have now covered every single piece of a complete and easy introduction.
This is amazing. We started with just a name, and now we have a full story.
Yes. Let's review everything we learned today. I want to put it all together in a list. Brian, can you help me remember the key phrases?
I can try. First, we had the name. My name is...
Correct. Then we had the country. I am from.
Then the city. I live in...
Then the age. I am 35 years old.
Then the job. I am a podcast host.
Then the family. I have 2 brothers.
Then the hobby. I like to listen to music.
Then the dislike. I don't like cold weather.
And finally, the future goal. I want to travel to Europe.
Wow! When you list them all, it is a lot of English.
It is. But because we practiced small steps, it's easy. Listeners, you can mix and match these phrases. You can change the words to fit your life.
Brian, can you try to say a full introduction now? I want to see if you can do it smoothly.
I will try my best. Here is my full introduction. Hello, my name is Brian. I am from the United States, but I live in California. I am 38 years old. I am a writer. I have 1 dog. I like to play guitar. I don't like crowded places. I want to publish a book next year. Nice to meet you.
Brian, that was absolutely fantastic. It was clear, grammatically correct, and you sounded so confident. I understood everything about you.
Thank you. It felt good to say it all together.
Listeners, that is your goal. We want you to be able to speak like Brian. You can write these sentences down, fill in the blanks with your information, practice in front of a mirror.
Yes, talking to yourself in a mirror is a great tip. It helps you see your mouth moving.
We have one final question for our wonderful community today. We want you to practice the phrases you learned.
We really want to hear from you. Our question is this: what is your favorite hobby and what is your job?
Try to combine 2 of the phrases you learned today. You can write, I am a student and I like to play games. Or, I'm an engineer and I like to run.
Sharing your answer with us is the best way to practice writing and using the new grammar. It shows us you are actively participating. So please find the comment section or our social media page and write your answer right now.
Do it now so we can understand you are actively learning.
Thank you so much for studying with us today. You did a great job.
Keep practicing those introductions.